Hey guys, John here. Are you shopping for either a Sequoia or a Tundra and can't decide which one? Well, in this video, we're gonna compare these two. So guys, this video is gonna be kind of like the one that I did with the 4Runner versus the Tacoma, because those two are cross-shopped a lot. And since these two are brand new platforms for 2022 and up, and also for 2023 and up, I wanted to show you guys some of their differences and some of their similarities, because a lot of people are cross-shopping these two, even though that one of them is a truck and one of them is an SUV. So with that said, let's start with the obvious. The Tundra, it's a freaking truck. If you guys need a truck for truck stuff, whether it be house renovation, you're a construction worker, anything like that, the Tundra is offered in a 5.5 foot bed, which this one is, or a 6.5 foot bed for the full Crew Max version. But the Sequoia, obviously, it's an SUV. It has a decent amount of space back here in the rear end, but its one limiting factor is the fact that it has all of its batteries, because it's a hybrid system, up under here. So I have the seats folded completely flat, and this is about how flat it is in the Sequoia. So this is your whole loading area. So with it completely down, if you were to pick stuff up from the ground and put it up here, it is about the same as if you were to have a lifted Tundra like mine and then load stuff into your tailgate. So kind of the same amount of lifting from the ground to put it up. Obviously the Tundra, if it's bed, you're gonna have a ton more room back here. You could stack stuff back there. With the Sequoia, with its shelf down, the shelf can hold 200 pounds or so. You can put stuff flat on the seats. You can also move this shelf up into these different areas. You can have it higher, you can have it lower. So this is a limiting factor for a lot of people when it comes to the SUV, but these are the third row seats, so that is a plus when we talk about the interior space. Now let's talk about powertrains for both of these. The Tundra, you have two options actually. You have a 3.4 liter twin turbo mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, which is called the iForce, and then you have the iForce Max, which is the only option that the Sequoias come with. So this is the same exact motor, same exact transmission, but now you have some batteries and an inline hybrid system in between the motor and the transmission itself that generates power. So the Sequoia, if you don't want any hybrid stuff, any batteries, anything like that, then you might as well just look at the Tundra, because the Tundra is the only one out of these two that you're able to just get a normal gas motor without the hybrid components. Now let's talk about design on the outside. Basically the front doors, the tow mirrors if you get tow mirrors or regular mirrors, and the front fenders and the lights themselves, even up to the hood and windshield in both of these vehicles are all the same. So that fender should fit onto this one. Same exact headlights, same exact mirrors that they use, but you will notice that the grille area of the Tundra is a bit different than the Sequoia. So the Sequoia's grille is set into it. You also have a nice white piece here for the bumper where the fog lights are down here. They're nice and low. No tow hooks in this one, nor also the Tundra does not have tow hooks, but everything is integrated really nicely with the Sequoia, whereas the Tundra is trying to be a little bit too beefy of a truck. They extended that grille down a bit. It's all blacked out. It just looks huge. The chrome surround around mine, it really makes that a bit more pronounced. Obviously, if you were to get one that was a little bit more color matched, or maybe even dark chrome too, it would be a little bit more subtle than how my truck is. So if you're cross-shopping these two, you're probably not gonna want to get a Tundra with the double cab, but the Tundra is offered in a double cab, which is about half the size of this door. The Sequoia is only offered like this, 4-ish doors, right? People do want a extra large Sequoia. Hasn't happened yet, but there is still a ton of space inside this Sequoia. Now we'll go ahead and go on into the inside. All right, going on into the inside of the Sequoia, we'll just look at it real quick. You got a nice big 14-inch screen. They also do have options that have a smaller 8-inch screen. All of them are hybrids, so all of them are going to have a large 12.3-inch multimedia speedometer right there. And this one is the Tier D Pro, so it's upgraded a little bit more on the inside. I have a panoramic moonroof, which is also an option in the Tundra, but every single Sequoia comes with a standard moonroof, which is nice. So basically from here over there, you always get a standard moonroof. You get heated seats, 3-zone climate control, which is nice. So the rear occupants can have their own climate control. You can have yours. Tons of space in the Sequoia, even going into the rear seats too. This particular one has captain's chairs. The Limited and SR5 models, you can have a full row right here. This one does have captain's chairs in the back. These captain's chairs recline like this, which is nice, so it can help it recline, or you could pull it forward and your seat folds up like this. Then you're able to sit in the back too. My particular model has automatic seats. Just press that button and it's automatic. For the rear, these rear seats, they also do recline, which is nice, and they do slide to give you more space. So if you want more cargo space in the back, you can have that. Or if you want your rear occupants to have more leg room in the back, you can also slide it back too. So captain's chair, so you're talking 2, 4, 7 in this one, and you could potentially get a Sequoia that seats 8 right here if you have a full bench seat. Whereas for the Tundra, you can only seat 5. So there is no center console option in the Tundras anymore. A lot of older trucks, you were able to get a bench seat, but you'll notice, right? Same exact interior, from steering wheel layout, the gauges layout, even though these ones are analog because mine's an SR5, but all your gauges down here, or all your buttons down here, are relatively the same. It is nice if you own both because you know where everything's at. Everything on the steering wheel, it's the exact same. Everything in the center stack's the exact same. Same monitor, like everything that is in the Sequoia and in the Tundra, for the most part in the interior, is like 99% the same. And then going into the rear seats of the Tundra, this is really your only storage area back here, but it is nice. But again, if you elect to get the hybrid model, the iForce Max, you're gonna lose all this because that's where all your batteries are at. The Tundra does not have rear climate control. You only have this. Some higher end models of the Tundra do have heated seats and ventilated seats in the back, but this is the space for the rear occupants in the Tundra. And it's actually quite a bit, but you cannot recline these seats like you can on the Sequoia, but still adults will sit back here perfectly fine. So the next thing we'll talk about is aftermarket support. So these two are basically brand new vehicles, right? But for some reason, the aftermarket community absolutely loves Toyota, and Toyota seems to love the aftermarket community because they don't give us everything we want in vehicles, so aftermarket communities make it that way. So this Tundra is a year old, right? But we have a lot of stuff already for it, like a Westcott lift kit. There's tons of suspension companies already making stuff for it. We have fog light brackets, we have hidden light bars down here, there's ditch brackets for it, roof lights, front bumpers, tons of stuff already for a year-old platform. The Sequoia is not far behind it. CBI has a bunch of stuff for the front bumpers. People basically making lift kits that fit the Tundra are fitting on the Sequoia because it's the same platform underneath. The Sequoia is just a little bit shorter stock-wise than the Tundra, but pretty much everything that, it's the same TNGF platform that's all underneath on the Sequoia as it is on the Tundra. If you look underneath it, literally looks the exact same. So if you're worried about aftermarket space, if you're wanting to build your trucks up for something, whether it be off-road, overland, or you just want it to look good, then you don't have to worry about the aftermarket scene because people are hurrying up like really fast. I mean, Alpha X and Anzo, they already have headlights coming for it, right? So tons of stuff already on the horizon for both platforms, really. Driving wise with this thing, I like the normal iForce motor better a little bit, as of right now at least, than the iForce Max. I'm not sure why. Maybe this truck is just a little bit lighter than the Sequoia. It doesn't have all the battery stuff. It doesn't have all the computers to think about. This truck gets up and go. The Sequoia really gets up and goes when you like floor it, right? Other than that, like if you're at the same pedal kind of spot as you would be with that, as you are with the Tundra, I feel like the Tundra just peps up a little bit more and gets going, even on the 35s and the lift kit. Sequoia drives a bit softer. It is a more plush soccer mom ride, right? So, and it also does have the Fox shocks, but the Sequoias, regardless, are a little bit more cushy of a ride. Even the stock ones have softer springs than like the SR5 Tundras or the limited Tundras do. So Sequoia, family hauling wise, is obviously a lot better of a choice, and for comfort wise, whereas the Tundra, it is a truck. One huge thing to note, especially with how expensive vehicles are getting lately, is the Sequoia starting price. So the Sequoia starting price compared to the Tundra, because you have another model under this. You have the SR Tundra, which you can get as a full 4-door and a 5.5-foot bed, and the normal iForce motor. So the Tundra starts out a bit cheaper. You guys can see it right here on the screen, from the cheapest Tundra to the cheapest Sequoia, and then the most expensive Sequoia at about $80,000, and the most expensive Tundra in the 70s. So the Sequoia, about on average, model for model, basically like trim line for trim line, is about $10,000 more than the Tundra is. So definitely something to keep in mind. So we covered everything, guys, from exterior to powertrain to pricing, interior, exterior, modifications, and everything for both of these vehicles. If there's anything that I missed, let me know down in the comment section below. That way people can also see your guys' comments, and I will catch you all in the next one. All right, see you later.